My name is Russell Baxter. I'm a design director with NORR Consultants Limited. I'm standing in Weir Group's headquarters, a project which we designed the interior of in the city centre of Glasgow. The particular building that we were in, we're sitting on the 9th and 10th floors of. This was basically an empty floor plate, and we were commissioned with developing a brief with Weir Group and then effectively space planning and then the interior design aspect of the project. The brief was to create a mix of open plan office space relating to new ways of working and then also a number of cellular rooms for senior management staff. The bigger idea that we had was basically to organise the building around a very simple diagram, which was creating a linear strip through the building as an organisational device that holds the cellular rooms, but then opens into the open plan spaces on either side to the east and west of the building. To do that, what we then looked at was to create something that was special, that created that linear object, and it was really that linear object that we put most of our time and effort into, because that was the diagram that actually clarified wayfinding and dealt with the space planning. So this linear object was created as an inhabited wall, which has a thickness, and within that thickness we create seated areas, pausing spaces. We then create thresholds into rooms. We recess seamless glass screens into the rooms so that we create this kind of threshold between the public corridor space and the private office space. And then to do that, we needed a kind of special material. There's a theme of the materials, a simplicity of materials through the building. So we used a eucalyptus. We produced design intent drawings with an indication of how we thought they might go together and how the backing panels and how the structure might work. And then we work with the LSA and Gustafs team to flesh that out and to ensure that it actually worked with their systems. And a key part of that was the creation of a full-size mock-up within their factory in Sweden. Once we'd decided on the eucalyptus and once we'd gone to the Gustafs product in terms of that as the right material to create this kind of feature wall with, we then tried to improve on that or create another difference against the standard panels that were around the various meeting rooms and shared spaces. And to do that, we then decided to try and twist the timber and to create a sculptural piece, and that really resulted in the end product, so that no particular panel is the same as the next panel, and we worked very closely with Gustafs to create that. We were looking for a special material, and we went through a number of special materials that we could have used. When we opted to do it in timber, we then thought, well, maybe we could do something more interesting with the timber that might reflect some of the geological things and some of the earth-related work that we do in terms of digging big holes through rocks. And that very loosely started to become something where we created a kind of rock face with the timber panelling.